Well, how y'all doing out there in Hobo Land? This is Casino Hobo, coming to you live from Arkansas. I ain't made a video in about close to 4 weeks, I think it's been. But I was getting ready to go out. I always make them when I either getting ready to go out or come in or something. But I like to make one because that way by the time I'm finished, it's already loaded up and all that when I'm ready to leave. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this little racetrack. I went to it. I'd never been to it before 2 weeks ago, where the horses were there, and it was really cool watching them coming down the stretch because it reminded me of Pimlico and Laurel when as far back as when I was a kid. I think I was probably going to the horse track when I was 16, 17 years old. Might have been the first experience I ever had going to the racetrack, watch horses. Even the Meadowlands in New Jersey, I went to when I was 17 or 18. But Pimlico and Laurel before that even. And Bowie, and when they had Bowie and Timonium and all them tracks. Maryland had one time I think had the most tracks in the country, but now I think they just got two of them running, and the Timonium it runs two weeks a year I think for the state fair or something. But anyway, I went to the track the day it opened, and it was mobbed. I had to park 4 blocks away. Now that's one time the hobo don't mind a little bit of exercise. I walked about 4 blocks. It was cool. I like it. It was a beautiful day, but it was mobbed. I could not believe how busy this place was. I thought it was, because of the opening day. But I think a part of it was the fact that it had 50-cent corned beef sandwiches. Corned beef sandwiches, and I'm thinking it's that shit corned beef they got here in the South, like the big roast type. It's garbage, like a crap Arby's sells or something. That's garbage. And it was beautiful. It was like the brisket kind. And it wasn't real lean. It was, it wasn't real fatty. It was right there, just the way it's supposed to be. Or rye bread and a huge sandwich that big. And you could get up to 2 of them, 50 cents a piece. And I heard a year or 2 ago they were free. They started charging 50 cents. And I'm going into the track and I'm seeing all these people coming out with these sandwiches. They're going to the hotels and stuff up and down the street and take them up to their family and then go back and get more. So I go in and I only get one. And 10-cent Cokes, man. A big Coke this big for 10 cents and 50-cent corned beef sandwiches. It's the only time they do it is the day it opens. And Coke, not Pepsi, the bullshit Pepsi. Believe me. The American institution, Coke, man. I can tell you that right now. There's no comparison. Of course, that's the hobo's opinion. And I got a pretty goddamn good one, too. But anyway, so I only got one corned beef sandwich, and I ate it. And I figured an hour or 2 I'll go back. I went back 2 hours later. They were sold out. I mean, every venue in the track sold them. Christ, they had pans and pans and pans of them, and people just lines that going. And it wasn't that big of a line because there was so many places selling them. There was only 3, 4 people in front of you in each line. So I went in and I got one, and I tried it, and I loved it, and had a Coke, and that was it. Then went back 2 hours later, and they were out. So the hobo missed out on 2 corned beef sandwiches. Anyway, that was pretty cool. But anyway, the hobo's going to be heading back to Tunic here soon because otherwise I wouldn't be a casino hobo if I just lived in a house. But anyway, I like it here. I like that little track. I like going to it. It's kind of fun. But most of the good stuff is like between September and December. And when they got the football pools, which I cashed a nice one weekend for $500 and $750. A second and a third quarter is $1,250 I cashed just in that one day. But anyway, I made some decent cash when I was going there. But I wanted to talk about my Ravens. It's hard to be disappointed with them, considering they made it into the second round of the playoffs, and they got a great record of it. And it was tough for me to swallow the fact that they had a 2-touchdown lead in the second half against New England and blew the game by 4 points. That was really tough to swallow. I was hoping more, better things out of the defense. But of course, I love the Ravens, but it's not like the Alabama people. I'm not looking to kill anybody over the fact they lost. And that's another thing. It was like I had a child when Alabama lost. That's how happy I was for that team to lose. I couldn't believe it. And probably 60 or 70% of the national champions probably wouldn't even be national champions if they'd had a playoff system. And it's the weird thing because if Ohio State doesn't massacre Wisconsin the last game of the season, then they don't even make the playoffs. The TCU gets in, and they might have been the best team too. But I think truly that this year that the best team was Ohio State. They looked like it. They beat two teams that they thought were brick shit houses, Alabama and Oregon, and they beat them up pretty good. And I truly believe that they were the best team. Although, you know, it's tough to leave out TCU when you don't give them a shot. You know, it should be an 8-game system. I would have made it 16, but, you know, after the first week it's 8, and after the second it's 4, and after the third it's 2. It would have been a simple, nice and easy 16 teams. And you might have had a, you know, a wild card that's, you know, make something and, you know, give people something to root for. The bowl games are just all bullshit. I mean, that's what they are. It's as simple as that, you know. And to me, it's retarded. But anyway, that's about it for that. I wanted to talk to you. Oh, you know, I wanted to talk about this sniper guy. I didn't see the movie. You talk about divisive. This Fox News had the guy on there and featured him or something for an episode or somebody. Somebody had him on there and interviewed him. I don't know. It might have been that goofball Kelly Files or whatever. Something like that. She's another nut. She's like a female Hannity. She's just as disgusting as him sometimes. They're all war mongrels on that show, and they talk about divisive. That station there, you can't get more divisive than them. They hate everything. And you know, they knock liberal this, liberal that. Let me tell you something. Everybody's liberal with shit that they want. I mean, let's be realistic. People that love guns are liberal. They're liberal. They think that you should be able to go to a 7-Eleven and pick up a goddamn gun. But when it's something you want, you're liberal. That's what it is. Freedom to be able to just go and do whatever. That's what it's all about. I mean, it's the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. You know? And you can't get more divisive than that show, than that station. They're like, they hate everybody. You know, they're all war mongrels. They want to bang on the sofas and sit at their house and talk about how we could have blown this up and blow that up. If you think for 1 second that we belonged in Iraq, surrounded by people that hate us, fighting for people that hate us, you are insane. Absolutely insane. We didn't have nothing to do. That's nothing we could do except for do something like that. For the fact that you know, 19 people killed 3,000 Americans. I mean, there was nothing else we could do. And that was what we was the decisions that was made by the head of the country. Retarded mental case decisions. We could have went in and dissected, killed that Hussein with 20, 30 guys or something, Marines or SEALs. No problem. And that would have been the end of that. I mean, that's the way we should have dealt with that. Not going in with 200,000 troops trying to rebuild a country with a bunch of people that fucking hate us. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. Not only did the whole country hate us, but every country around the country hates us. I mean, it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's 2 wars started by some asshole, and then they want to knock Obama. This guy is a prince compared to Bush. We were drowning. Do you understand what I'm saying? Drowning in 2008. We were dying. We were bleeding profusely. That's what we were doing. Now, Hobo's getting all excited, and I'm going to calm down because I don't want to get... I keep talking about my blood pressure. I don't even know if I got high blood pressure. But I probably should have that checked out. But anyway, it's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. Gas prices is the lowest they've been in like 10 years. That's number 1. Number 2, and they're still falling. We're producing more oil and more gas than just about any country that there is going. Unemployment dropped from like an 8.9 or 9% down to 5.9%. They keep wanting to talk about the wealthy. The wealthy starts jobs. The wealthy starts jobs. They're not jobs if they pay $7.25 an hour. I can tell you that right now. That's not a job. Okay? And the fact that you're going to lose your chicken nuggets if the fucking minimum wage at McDonald's goes up to $2.10 an hour, I mean $10.10 an hour or $10.50 an hour, to keep up with inflation, it should be $10.77. I don't even work and haven't worked in 12 years, so I really don't care. I care for one thing, and that's the people that are out there busting their fucking ass for nothing. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even get up. to go to work for $7.25 an hour. Okay? I wouldn't even get up for that. The hobo deserves something for freeing up a job for somebody that really wants one. And it wouldn't be a $7.25 an hour job. I mean, they keep harping on that. They don't want to raise the minimum wage up to where people actually want to get up and have a little bit of pride in their job. You know what I mean? $7.25 an hour. You know what $7.25 an hour is, man? You know what $7.25 an hour is a week? That's it's like $290, about $300 a week. Not even $300 a week. What am I talking about? The $300. It's $290. I think it's like $290 before taxes. Everybody making $7.25 an hour deserves the maximum amount of food stamps, okay? That's what they deserve. They deserve the maximum amount of food stamps. I don't give a shit what happens. They deserve the maximum amount of food stamps. That's what they deserve. They deserve whatever it is, $200 a month, I think it is. No, it's a little less than that, I think. But anyway, they deserve the maximum amount. If you think because McDonald's is going to have to pay somebody $10 an hour that you're going to lose your stinking $5 chicken nuggets. If you got a $1 chicken sandwich, let me explain something to you retards out there that might have went to college. If you got a $1 chicken sandwich in this hand and you got a $5 chicken sandwich in that hand, what do you think you're eating in that $1 chicken sandwich? What do you think that is? That's called shit. That's what that's called. That is like eating dog food. That's what that's compared to. Okay? So don't be too disappointed when you lose your goddamn chicken nugget. I hear these people, especially on this Fox, oh, the rich create this, the rich and that, well, you want to distribute the wealth. Let me explain something to you. You got like 4 or 5 Walmart family members that are worth $15 billion apiece. Okay? None of them started the company. None of them had nothing to do with the company. The richest woman in the world or in the United States is the woman from Walmart whose husband died, was the son of the father. It's worth $38 billion, doesn't have no Walmart blood in her whatsoever. She sits upon a big high hill making worth $38 billion from this Walmart. Now you think because they got $18 jeans, if they're going to go out of business if they raise them jeans up to $20 and help pay them people in their $10, $11, or $12 an hour, a decent wage that they want to go to work for, while you pigs are out there saying, oh, we're going to raise the minimum wage, it's going to cost jobs, Yeah, instead of having 5 Walmart members worth $15 billion apiece, let's keep paying them, or pay them, how about this, pay them nothing, or $2 an hour, and we can have 20 family members from that Walmart family having $15 billion apiece. How about that? Wouldn't that be better? I mean, you people are so stupid, it's like, it makes me want to throw up. You can go to school and get yourself the best education in the world, but no matter what kind of education you get, you're not going to have a drop of common sense unless you have common sense. That's the bottom line. I don't think you can really even be taught to have common sense. But I can tell you this, the Opo's getting all excited again. And I don't even work. This shit that I feel for these people has nothing to do with me. I don't even work. I have no income. I haven't had a check coming in 12 years, for Christ's sake. So none of it benefits me. But I can tell you this. If you think that that's a job at $7.25 an hour, you're like delusional. You're in La La Land. That's not a job. A job is at least $10, $50, $11 an hour, and that's you're barely making it then. And because these people want to be able to go get their nails done every 2 weeks, or they want to have a cell phone, they're over the top with their expenses. I mean, give me a break. While your ass has got it out there, and you think let's come on. I mean, okay. This is my favorite cat. He always suits me down. He sees me getting all excited. He probably feels sorry for me. He's my favorite. But anyway, that's all. I hope I look a 15-minute video. Shouldn't be allowed to make 15-minute videos because the hopo gets too crazy. I'll see you all later.